Millin here from Tesla-Taxi.com.au. If you are renting one of these refreshed Model 3s and you want some more information about the vehicle, of course you can use the touchscreen to see all the details about the car that you're in. Under the vehicle information here, this LIP is actually also known as LFP, which is the lithium-ion phosphate battery, which is in the cars that you can charge up to 100%. So at the moment we've got 42% left in this car after a test drive up a mountain, and of course you can also get to the other vehicle details. So this particular test vehicle has enhanced autopilot and it has the premium connectivity. Premium connectivity does cost extra, so that may or may not be included with your rental depending on which car you're renting from us. Within the autopilot settings, of course, you can see here all of the standard autopilot settings that I personally engage when I'm using one of these vehicles. Of course, you can choose whichever settings you feel are the safest to use. In the steering and pedal controls, you've got obviously your standard acceleration and your steering mode, so comfort is obviously good, sport is the other option. In autopilot and locks and lights, obviously all those settings are here. Within lights, if you can see up here, there's a strip for the ambient lighting, so you can change that here to whichever colour you want, and you can save that to your profile as well. So I'll save this one as yellow for the moment, and I'll just make a new profile. And on this profile, I'll change that to blue. So if I go back, say that was someone else, and I go back to me, that just changes that lighting based on the profile, which is the first car that I've got Tesla has with this lighting strip all the way around. As you can see, that continues all the way to the back, at whichever colour you've selected. This material here is new with the refreshed Model 3, likewise up here. And obviously all the air conditioning control is the same as it was on previous cars, so you can split that to go out to the sides, go up and down, pull it back together. These ones have the heated and cooled seats, so you can change the amount of heat or cool on the seat, as you can see here. And of course you can turn on the steering wheel heating and obviously the defrost and all those normal things you would get through the air conditioning menu. You just press the temperature to bring that up, to open and close that. Obviously press here to change your temperature, and of course if you have split, then you have a different temperature for the passenger over here than what the driver has. Sorry, I just have to get the right setting there, so that way I've got the driver with independent controls to the passenger, or we can change split to just have the one temperature across the cabin. So that's the front of the cabin. Obviously you've got your indicators here, turning indicator one way or the other. This will flash your headlights, and over this side you've got the autopilot. You can bring up the cameras by pressing that one there, and you can rinse the windscreen by pressing that one there. And obviously you've got this button here for voice controls. This scroll wheel here will do your speed if you're in autopilot, so you can scroll it up and down like that, or you can actually press in the middle there, pressing once for speed and pressing twice for autopilot. This one here is your media, as I said, so this one scrolls up and down for volume, and pressing to start and stop the music, or pressing this way and that way off to the side, as you can see with this one here. To change on this side it's media track, and on this side it's the following distance. So as I change that, pushing it to the side, you see there the following distance change. And obviously with this car it's ready to go into drive now, so if I put my foot on the brake, I can select forward or reverse from the screen, and then if I want to go back into park, I just hold this one down for 2 seconds to go back into park. If you are just using the key card like with the test drives here, if the car's not already active or not ready to go into drive, then the place to put that card is just here in the cup holder on the left hand side, which I will show you on screen if the car's not ready to go into drive. So that's a little bit of an overview over the front. The little red light here, which I can't activate while the car's parked, will show you your blind spot in the new Model 3. And if we want to get out, we just press this button here, and we can go back into the back and take a look at the controls there. So from the back of the car with these new Model 3s, you've got a screen in the middle here, and you can use these controls to actually adjust the seat in front of you. So we can push that to move the seat in front of us back and forth, adjust our seat heating down the back here. Oops, sorry. So just hold that down, show you the seat in front of me going forward. You can get quite a lot of leg room there if you push that all the way forward. So that's good for Uber driver or Uber passengers, I should say. And then if that's going to focus in on that screen, then pressing it like that will bring it all the way back. And of course you can get not much leg room if you go all the way back. So those are the main improvements for the back seat passenger for Uber. But as you can see there, if we have that seat all the way forward, we end up with quite a lot of leg room here compared to what you would usually have in a Model 3. Of course, they've got their own volume control at the back here, their own media controls, toy box for games, as well as I mentioned, the seating controls here, the air conditioning controls, turning that on and off if they do or don't want their vents to be active, and of course you can change the vent positions there as well. So direct that airflow to wherever the passengers want here in the back seat, and this one here is just some preset positions for that airflow. I don't know if you can see it moving there on screen as I press these different positions. So it's sort of going up, that's going down, or just manually move it like that. So those are some of the features for the passengers on the new refreshed Model 3s here in Australia. Tesla-Taxi.com.au if you'd like to rent one of these for Uber, or you will find on our homepage a few links to some of our vehicles on Turo if you're just looking at a casual rental. And that's a bit of an overview of what you can get here with these new Tesla Model 3 refresh. Thank you.